want to be bald for this. Hi, bald. No. Bonjour, mon petit chiflé, Amber here. And first of all, I'm obsessed. I made this last night and I've been making a bunch of bucket hats for the past couple of days, and because we're going to the Super Bowl, of course I had to make an Eagles themed one. This one's a little big for my head. That's not what I'm here to talk about. Bonjour, mon petit chiflé, Amber here. And as I'm wrapping up my 2024 reading year and doing all of my end of year videos, my worst, my faves, yada yada, I also had the idea that I should share the series that I finished this year. I am a big series girl. One thing about me, I will start a series. I keep track of all of my series in my reading journal. One of my joys is crossing off the ones that I finish, or when I finish another book within a series. And this year I have, or last year, I had quite a few, not quite a few, but a good chunk of series slash duologies that I have finished. And I just thought I would talk about them because I have nothing else to talk about really, and I'm trying to get back to the days where I actually posted videos that weren't vlogs. Okay, first and foremost, this year I finished the Wicked Villains series by Katie Robert. This is the dark romance erotica series that is basically inspired by Disney villains and their Disney hero counterpart, basically. I started this series, when did I start this? It was like 2 years ago now? 2-3 years ago? I don't know. So what vlog was I doing? It wasn't Disney-a-thon, but I do remember the vlog that I was doing. I was wearing an Aladdin shirt, coincidentally, pure coincidence, because I was reading Desperate Measures, which is Jafar and Jasmine. It's taken me a little bit to get through, and I'm so thankful to be done because I have moved on now to the Dark Olympus series. I don't know why I felt like I couldn't start a new Katie Roberts series until I finished the previous one. I know there are several thousand other books and series, but I don't know, those are the main ones that I'm focused on right now. Obviously I got into Katie Robert from their, I forget what that series, that I think it's like a trilogy is called, but the first one is the novella Theirs for the Night, and that was kind of like my first wading into like erotica, dark romance type vibes. Then I moved on to these books, obviously, because I am a Disney girl. I enjoyed the first 3 the most. There are 6, I think. Jafar, Jasmine, Hades and them, Tink and Hook. And then it's the Beast. Oh, I liked that one too, kind of. And then there's Ursula, and then there's Malone, who I think is Maleficent. Yeah, 6. But my mistake was reading the final 3 like one after the other. I think at that point it just kind of felt kind of the structure and like the rollout of the plot kind of got redundant after a while. I don't think I'm not saying it was, I'm just saying that's what it felt reading them all basically within a matter of a couple of days, because I read those on like 2-3 days. My favorite probably, what's that book called? Which one is that? Bloop, 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 bloop. I know what the pairing is. I just can't, not Wicked. A Worthy Opponent, duh. Which is Tink and Hook. What I like about those is like the main like good guy of the story is a lot of the times turned into a villain in this one, like Aladdin or Peter Pan. But I will say that I think about that one scene in Desperate Measures with Meg a lot. My battery's blinking again and I'm about to get mad. Okay, I also finished the Greenbone Saga in 2024, which is Jade City and Nam. I have a whole vlog dedicated to that, so you can really go and see my thoughts and opinions. Jade War is that girl. That book left me absolutely feral, absolutely unhinged. I always say if I had a nickel for every time I fell absolutely in love with a sequel in a trilogy with a red cover, I'd have 2 nickels. Yeah, I love The Godfather. Also say this a lot when I talk about this series, and there's so much of the Godfather influence very evident in this book, especially in book 2, which felt like The Godfather Part 2. So I really enjoyed my time, and then I got to book 3, and the end just messed me up. There were tears. There were tears. It's fine. Fonda Lee has 2 books coming out this year. One of them is co-written with, is it Bruce Lee's daughter. So I'm looking forward to more Fonda in my life. I also finished the 6 Crimson Cranes duology, which is 6 Crimson Cranes, and my brain is saying these violent delights, and that's not right, by Elizabeth Lim. I love Elizabeth Lim's books. I love Elizabeth Lim's world, and this is set in the same world as Spin the Dawn, that duology, but I think it's before that story. I think it's a prequel to that story. Could be wrong. Could just be set in the same world. I love finding Easter eggs within series that take place in the same world. The Dragon's Promise. I don't know if I love the second one as much as the first one. It definitely leaned even heavier into like the romantic bits, which is fine. Maybe, I don't know. It's fine. It was cute. It's sweet. It's lovely. I need to read the next, I think it's the next duology, which is about Shiori's stepmother, Raikama. I don't remember what those books are called. And I think Elizabeth Lim has another retelling coming out this year. I don't remember what it is either, but I'll put it somewhere if I remember. But my battery's flashing. So I finished Kingdom of Souls trilogy this year. I forgot that was this year. So I finally read Master of Souls. I don't remember when I read that book, so it must have been early 2024. Probably around this time in 2024, so really don't expect me to remember any of my thoughts. But I do think that it concluded better than I thought it would, because book 2 was not my favorite. I have talked in depth about the fact that I didn't love Reaper of Souls as much as I wanted to, because Kingdom of Souls is one of my favorite books. I loved that book so much. It was so good. But we went a lot of places in Master of Souls, but I was satisfied with the outcome, with the ending, of how all the ends tied up. Okay, let me see if I can film this on my phone, because I've had an issue with this camera every single video I have filmed. And I just really want to wrap this up. I don't even know where to look, so if I'm looking everywhere but at you, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it saddens me to say that I finished the Love Light Farm series this year with Business Casual. And honestly, I can't believe that it's over. I can't believe I will never experience the series again for the first time, that I don't have another trip back to the farm coming up. I'm so sad, but Business Casual was so good. Oh my god. Charlie and Nova. Yeah. Charlie Beckett. Not sound the same. Charlie Nova Porter. Charlie Milford. Charles Edgar Allan Milford. I would do anything for you, sir. Fortunately, though, there is a new BK Borison. There are two BK Borison series starting this year. I literally just looked up what this book was called, and I can't remember, and my phone's right there. There's a new BK Borison book coming out. This trilogy are each inspired by a Nora Ephron movie. So the first one is inspired by Sleepless in Seattle, I believe. Or no. Yeah, Sleepless in Seattle. The next one is You've Got Mail, and the third one is, I can't remember. And then there's also a holiday series coming out. This first one follows I think the love interest is like a ghost of Christmas past or something. It's like, but she's no Scrooge. Either way, I'm gonna eat it up. I'm ready for it to become a new personality trait. Oh no. After so many years of putting it off, you guys, I have finally finished the Sweet Black Waves series. It's over. It's done. And a little piece of me is gone with it. I have been screaming about this series since like when did I go to BookCon that year? 2017, 2018? For so long. I have been peddling this book on this internet for so long. And then book 3 came out and I got scared. I put it on the shelf and just kept walking by it and refusing to pick it up, refusing to know how it ended, refusing to know what happened for 5 years. And then I went to New York and I let my mom choose the books that month that I was going to read in September. And she's like, here, take this one with you. And I'm like, oh, okay, there's shade here, but okay. So I read it and I cried for a good chunk of it. And I am hurt, Christina. I'm hurt. There's a lot of things that hurt me in that book. For better or worse. There's some things that I wish had gone so very differently, but they couldn't necessarily for the plot because this is retelling. But I mean, there are characters that I hated from the time they came into the story that I didn't necessarily hate, but was not moved at all by their presence, and I feel justified about their conclusion, I guess. I mean, Essie did grow. Did she? Eventually, by the end, Essie and I were on better footing. Not by much at all. Not by much at all, but like, I didn't want her dead anymore. Let me move on. But yeah, Sweet Black Waves will always have a huge part of my life, and I can't believe it's done. I can't believe I can't be like, oh, I still have to finish this series. I'm still reading Sweet Black Waves. Similarly, after many years of putting it off, I'm finally finished the Something Strange and Deadly trilogy by Susan Dennard, which is the series before The Witchlands, which we know is one of my faves. I'm also caught up with The Witchlands, but I'm not counting that as finished because the final book comes out this year. Was I fully satisfied with the ending of this book? I guess there is a plot point that hurt me. I think I was less emotionally attached to the conclusion of this story, because I had put so long between the second book and the conclusion that I had lost a little bit of the attachment to some of the characters and some of the storylines. But I finished it. I enjoyed my time in this world in Egypt. The last book takes us to Egypt, which is always fun. We went from Philly to Victorian Philadelphia to Paris to Egypt, and that's a very Amber itinerary, if you ask me. Yes, those are the, what can I count? 7 series that I finished this year. Hopefully there will be more for 2025. One of my reading goals is to finish at least 3 series this year. I know one for sure. I say for sure, but I know I'm gonna get Witchlight and put it off. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Witch Shadow, Witchlight. But probably also because I think I need to reread the whole series, because that was my mistake with the last one. I hadn't refreshed my memory, so I was a little less attached to Witch Shadow. but I will not make that mistake again. I want to finish the Poppy War this year. That's gonna be tough. And what else am I reading right now? I'm probably not gonna finish the Diviners this year, but I'd like to at least get halfway through. How many books are there? Oh, there are 4 books, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know any series you've caught up on or finished recently. Any you think I should read and would enjoy, or maybe wouldn't enjoy and would hate read. I do have a hate read vlog planned for this year. Oh, also I have 2 because I have to finish these Twilight rereads, and Breaking Dawn is going to be a hassle. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, feel free to subscribe. All my places are down below so you can follow me, and I'll follow you back, and I'll see you very soon. I promise. Bye.